Hello, dear ones. I am Eleonora from the Awakening Path Show, and I have two star seeds here with me today. And I'm trying to also broadcast into Facebook. So I'll just ask you that you'll be a little bit patient while I try to connect to Facebook. Give me just a moment. And meanwhile, Joseph, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Joseph Michael, and I am from the small town of Idaho Falls, where I reside right now. And I've been on the path now for a few years. I've been kind of awakened for a long time, probably a large part of my life, just not aware of what was actually taking place. But I'm a lot more aware of what's going on now, and it's time for me to step into my modalities.
How about you, Sophia?
Hi, yes, thank you, Ellie. I'm Sophia. I'm a transformational and psychedelic integration coach, Reiki master, channel, and a few other things that I've been doing since I awakened. And yes, happy to be here with you all.
Thank you so much. And Joseph, there was any aha moment for you when you kind of snap out of the matrix? Because you'll be conditioned to be just doing the same thing over and over again, not really paying attention, not really keep our mind in the present moment and realize what we are here for, where it came from. What's do I really have a purpose, or I'm just here to work, to have money to eat and housing and raise kids? And what is the purpose of all of this? Did you have that aha moment?
Yeah, absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about. So when we talk about the aha moment, I had just gotten out of uh, gotten out of a relationship with my fiance, and there were a lot of things that were like adding up to this moment. And I remember I always knew that I could heal from the situation. It didn't matter what situation. It's just going inside the mind and really recalibrating, reprogramming the version of the self that I thought I was into this new version. And it took me a while because when I was married to my wife, I was unhealed. Like I came through with all the traumas and stuff, from when I was growing up as a kid. And so when I divorced my wife, I got into this next relationship real fast. I didn't heal anything, and everything that I was like literally fighting for, with my ex-wife, I was like literally doing the same thing, like running the same categories. And so after me and my fiance split up, like it was time for me to get on the journey. And so um I knew I could do it, and I knew it started with me, and I knew it wasn't going to be an easy path, but I started kind of microdosing a little here and there with psychedelics, and there was a moment when I received different messages. And at that point, I knew that my life was a lot different than I had always thought it to be. And it kind of opened me up to a lot of different ways of thinking. And so instead of like trying to control the situation, I kind of went with the flow a lot. And the flow, I started to see different synchronicities. And one of those synchronicities was, to go and check out Mother ayahuasca. And so right before that ayahuasca ceremony that I went to, I was given a message, and I had a hard time internalizing the message. But after the ayahuasca, after I sat with the ayahuasca for, the two sessions, and then like another session of mushrooms, I really learned a lot. And then after that 3 day retreat, like I really understood quite a bit about who I was, what I was here for, and uh, and then it was literally up to me to fight the ego and step through and start aligning my life with my purpose.
Thank you so much, Joe. The reason why I ask those questions because I want you that is watching to understand that no matter where you are, you can achieve whatever we already achieved so far and much, much more. Because everyone has their own path and we all work to the collective. Before I explain how was my aha moment, did you had any aha moment, Sophia? Life must have something other than this for me.
Absolutely, yes. I was also, well, I was going through the dark night of the soul for a little bit, and that really pushed me to start looking for answers and solutions. I really couldn't be in that state anymore where I was in a very 3D world, in a very 3D job as well, and it was killing me. It was literally killing my soul. But I was very stubborn, so because I was, because of society and upbringing and everything that surrounded me for most of my life, I was really determined to follow the path and of doing the things that I was told to do, be this successful manager at this office and everything that I was doing, right? And have the relationship and have all the things, right? So, but I was not happy. I was always looking for something else un until, but I was very skeptical, very, very skeptical. So that was a huge blockage that I had to work. And, when the time when I was ready to get rid of all these blockages, uh, things started unfolding for me, and I started allowing my intuition to guide me, and it's been beautiful because this, really embrace the spiritual seeker in me that has brought so much peace and understanding and most of it healing to my heart and soul. And that's also, I mean, that also took me to a huge transformation in my life, right? So that took me to where I am today. This Reiki healing and this energy, more connected to the energy, and also the coaching part because that's something that helps me connect with people that are in the place where I was, that I know all too well, and hopefully it helps me to guide them and to find the solutions that they need in their life. So yeah, that was the moment for me.
Thank you for sharing. And we have some people alive with us. I would kindly ask for you to hit the like button because that's really makes the difference. And I invite you to subscribe to this channel if you are not yet. And the promise for today, we're gonna talk about star seeds and what we're gonna do on the Soul Search Expo in Buena Park this weekend. But before that, let me explain a little bit how was my aha moment. I realized that I always been very intuitive and I always followed my intuition. My life was designed in a way that my parents and everyone around me was really able to not try to stop me and allow me to be who I was. And that was always perfect. Life was perfect. Then I always want the things that no one else around me was living even aware of. So all my hardships was really coming from me getting stepping out of the box. And I got to a point where I thought I have everything that I wanted to be happy. Even though I always been happy my whole life when I was thinking those things. And I realized that I was smiling less. I wasn't as joyful as I was before.
Mm.
And I just, this doesn't make any sense because when I thought I wanted all those things, I was already happy. And now that I have, I'm not happy. Why? This doesn't make any sense. And I realized is I wasn't happy because I was too busy. I was too busy to be in the present moment and just be and enjoy. Even to have more quality time with my kids and my husband. And that's when I started really wanting and designing something different to my life. And it was interesting because I loved my job, I loved everything that I had in. But for some reason, there was something missing. There was something that wasn't in alignment. And when the pandemic really happened, that's when the key turned because I realized that everybody else was panicking and I was peaceful. I was very peaceful and I could not understand why at first. But I started thinking and realizing as, oh, I think I know why I'm not panicking like everybody else. The main reason is this book, A Year of Forgiveness. In 2019, that was the first year I did all the 365 lessons in 1 year. And this book take you away from fear. I'm not talking about that fear, that quick response that you have if you suddenly get yourself in front of a bear. I'm not talking about that. That's survival instinct. I'm talking about the fear of something bad might happen. I don't have those fears. It's not that they stop coming, those thoughts, they still coming. I said, huh, I can see you. Just pass along. You have no room here. So that was my aha moment. And let's focus a little bit in why we are here together today. We are here together today because Earth is going to a very, very special moment. That's transitioning from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. It's not just a spiritual event, it's a cosmic event. Every 26,000 years, our solar system goes orbit around the central sun of the Pleiades, Alcyone. And many people already heard about Pleiades. I want to be a Pleiadian. You know what? You already are. Because our sun is the eighth star of the Pleiades. But even in the Bible, they only talk about 7 stars. Of course, because they were looking from Earth, they only see the sun during the day, the stars during the night, so they will not see our sun during the night. So our Helios investor, that's the consciousness of our sun, is the eighth star of the Pleiades. That make all of us Pleiadians of third dimension, if you know what I mean. But we also have an aspect in all the other dimensions. The first guide that came to me was one of my aspects from the Pleiades. And he has been guiding me since I started channeling. And I learned that he always been with me, protecting me since I was a baby. So what it means to be a starseed? A starseed is someone that is incarnated on Earth at this moment and came here as a volunteer. There is no karmic ties, and decided to answer Gaia's call around 1945 when the two nuclear bombs explode and Earth was in a very bad place with a risk of not having enough light, the whole planet not have enough light to cross the photon belt. Because from the central sun of our galaxy comes a photon belt that's the vibration is compatible with love or higher. So it goes past the Sirius stars and give a complete loop around Alcyone. And all the other stars that orbits Alcyone cross this belt twice. On the speed that our sun and Earth rotates, it takes us 2,000 years, twice. And those periods were called the Golden Age. Even our Bible talk about that. So what happened is we are with both feet on that plane, on the photon belt right now. But in 1945, the vibration of the planet was so low, the population was bringing the vibration of the whole planet down. And the planet itself wouldn't have enough light to cross the belt. The last time, about 2,000 years ago, Earth crossed that photon belt. But there was, Atlantis was very corrupted at that time because it got infiltrated. And Atlantis had to fall because most of the population from Atlantis wasn't holding a love vibration to cross the belt. So at that moment, Earth crossed with a very small amount of the population. And then there was a golden age of Egypt with Isis and Osiris, that they were Pleiadian, no, they were Anunnakis, son of Anu with a mother from Sirius. So they were not really human, but they are humanoid. Anyway, coming back a little more here, why I care about that? If you listen to me still, most probably, I would say 99% of chance that you are one of the volunteers. Some of those volunteers, they didn't come only in the, like recently. They already in few incarnations here. Because when they came and then they got trapped with karma and then so on, they are here. And the first time that a starseeds incarnate on the human body, the DNA needs to be enhanced to be able to accommodate the somatrix. So all the starseeds has enhanced the DNA. And so why do a blood test? Nobody sees. Because most of those enhancements are connected to other dimensions. And the machines that the medical system use here is based on the 3D. So that's why they can see. You are a starseed. And what is our mission? What is the mission of the Starseeds Awakening Community? We are awakened starseeds. We are already living in our purpose. We already went through many of the things that you are going through at this moment. And we get knowledge, we activate our abilities, and you are able to help you. But you need to want. You need to listen to that small voice inside of you that make you curious about. I heard that there will be a spiritual fair at Buena Park, and it's this weekend, March 28th and 29th. What I have to do this? I think I had some movie to watch or shopping, buy some things that I don't really want or care about. I think I'm going to spend 2 hours on that fair. What you're going to find there? You're going to find people like you that's already thinking, oh my goodness, I don't think I really, the things that I do most of the day doesn't really make me happy. Why I need to keep doing that? Most of the time, there is no one really forcing you to do, it's just conditioning. I want something different. You go there, you have so much fun because people there is such a great energy, so you feel good just to step in there. There is a lot of nice samples if you like free stuff. There will be a lot of samples. For example, if you come to our booth, I will gonna do a very quick chakras alignment on you or energy cleansing, just for you to feel the energy, feel the difference. And then if you want to experience more, you experience more. We have a lots of things that are bringing to this expo. But let's go back a little more. Are you ready? Are you ready to remember who you are? If the answer is at least a maybe, come to the expo and meet us. Are you in Los Angeles? Are you in the area? If not, that's okay. Those spiritual fairs are all over the world because we Starseeds, we came in all strategic points of the planet just for us to be there. That area already rise the vibration. And that's about you, even if you don't remember yet. So there is people from all over the planet speaking about chakras, speaking about energy, telling us, look, you create with your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. You don't need to keep believing things that hurt you. Oh, but it's true. True, that's mean it's happened before, but everything that's happened is because someone thought at least 1,000 times. So true, because it's true doesn't mean you need to give your attention to if it's not to serve you. So, Sophia, I know you're kind of new to the star seeds, let's say, subject or understanding, but you always knew there was something more for you.
Mm.
You always knew that life meant to be more. And you are so gifted, very, very gifted.
Thank you.
I already experienced some of your service. And what are you going to bring to the expo? If
Mm.
someone goes there and says, okay, how can you help me, Sophia? I'm feeling, I don't understand what's happened to me, or I'm in pain. I am, I'm in suffering. How can you help me?
Yes. There's a lot of things that we can do, and we've been working very, very hard for this expo, and I mean outside of the container to bring this healing to the people that are searching for it. So specifically for the expo, we're gonna bring, like you mentioned, these quick sessions that are going to help bring alignment to your chakras or also clean your energy field. We said like aura cleansing, and there's different ways to portray it. And that's only like the first layer of healing or cleansing, right? Once, at least once I start a session, I never know where it's gonna go, right? I call it, I mean, we come up with these names just to have something like tangible in quotation marks to offer. But my guides and your guides start guiding me to specific areas where the energy is stuck, and then I start focusing on those areas to start clearing those blockages, because you know, there's a lot of layers of energy that has been attached to these areas. So I start clearing those for you to start like feeling lighter. That's, I mean, if we're talking about something tangible that we can offer, that's what it feels, right? Like, because sometimes we are so disconnected from our physical bodies that we don't know what is going on, right? But then you don't have to understand, you don't have to know exactly where it is stuck, right? You just know, oh, there's something like in my stomach or in my chest, and it feels heavy, and I feel this pressure. There's a lot going on there, right? Because our we had like a heartbreak in our 20s, and we've been carrying that pain for 20 years, right? So to be realistic, a session of 20 or 40 minutes is not gonna heal it, is not gonna fix it, right? But then, because it didn't happen in one day, one time, right? It's been translated or internalized for us in a recurring pattern. So what happened this time, like 20 years ago, and then whatever else piled up, it's are the things that we start cleansing and like opening up. So is one of the things, and the way we do it is, with Reiki or energy healing. We're also going to be bringing some herbal cleansing rituals that is very powerful.
Experience that, and I love it. Feels like, wow.
Yeah.
I imagine myself like in a meadow, the breeze and the smell. It is very profound, and you can
Yeah.
have that there.
As a medicine woman, I love working with different shamanic tools, and one of them is the herbs. So they're like magic, seriously. I mean, it's so sad that we are also so disconnected from the tools that Mother Earth provides to us. But herbs, it's a very powerful tool, and when you know how to use them, they're like magic. So like Ellie says, you feel refreshed and instantly cleansed. And different herbs do different things for our bodies. So if you come to our booth, you have an opportunity to experience that. It's highly, highly recommended. Another thing that we're going to be bringing to the booth is Ellie and I have been working on some really lovely pieces of jewelry collections. Like look at that. Oh my God. That's one of my favorites.
That's
What?
the third
Oh,
eye activation. And
yeah.
it's unique. If you buy it, nobody else will have not exactly the same.
Yeah. I really,
I'm still thinking if I hold it, if you really want, you better get
I know, I know. It's hard to say, because it's hard to say goodbye to them, because they are made with so much love and attention and intention.
Yeah.
My manifestation collection has four sub collections, like two made with quartz crystals to help you manifest whatever you're working with. It can be love, manifesting abundance in your life, opening your third eye, and this intuition, and also protection. Those are the four main sub-collections. But the most important thing that we're also doing along with these pieces is that we are helping you to activate them, because activating the quartz that you're working with is very important. We can talk about it a little bit more during the expo.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
and
let me just give a little clarification on activation. And then you'll say, but the crystal is, the energy is already there. What you're going to do is connect the energy of the crystal with your intention. And of course, based on the characteristics of that specific crystal. But we combine the intention with your needs and the ability of the crystal to enhance and give the power for your higher self to use for your highest good.
hmm,
Sophie,
yeah.
I will come back again to the jewelries, but before I ask Joe, I would like to give you another great reason if you are in the area to come to the expo. we're gonna have a talk at 12 p.m. Saturday, and we're gonna give for everyone that attends, we're gonna give a crystal.
Mm.
If you go to our booth to activate the crystal, you're gonna pay only 40% of what you ask for. So that's a great deal. And we also gonna choose 3 people to have a personal healing in the end of my talk that you're gonna talk about Starseed. You're gonna, if you are picked, you're gonna experience a personal healing right there with one of us. There will be 3 people. So I think that's a lot of reason for you to not miss this opportunity to not to lose this opportunity to meet us in person. And Joe, if someone go there and say, I think I really need some help. I don't know what to do. I don't like my life the way it is, but I don't even know from where to start. How can you help me?
So yeah, I would definitely try to get an idea of where they are, try to uncover as much as I possibly can with the time frame given. And then I would definitely try to clean their energy and realign the chakras, and allow them to feel what it feels like to be realigned, kind of a little bit more activated with a clear aura. And obviously, like Sophia was saying, like there's definitely layers that need to be taking place, and definitely if you're working on your inner work, you're going to experience a little bit more. But if you're just kind of new to the whole program, you might feel a sense of peace and calm and relaxed sensation, um, during the process, and but a lot of the times, we still have to do the inner work. It's healing is definitely something that you're going to have to take on for yourself, and to really dive deep into what it is that's making you feel, and kind of what's manifesting through your body, and your body's holds the score. So wherever area you're feeling that energy, that stuck energy, it's definitely like a guide to understand yourself and what it is that you're holding on to, and then how to release it. And that's what I'm here to do. That's what Sophia is here to do, and Eleonora as well. So I mean, we all have these special abilities, but in reality, we are just reminding your body how to heal. And so our energy works in flux with your energy to remind it how to heal.
Thank you, Joe. And one thing that I want to explain for you guys is what we do, we really want to make the difference. When you spend 20 minutes with us, you're not just to go and say, oh, I think I just wasted that money. No. For example, when we do a healing, the energy will continue working with you for at least 3 days. At the moment you are having the session, you're already feeling good. When you finish, you feel amazing. And it's just continue progressing. I just have a client that she came back to me. She had a 50-minute sessions in one expo, and she didn't forget about me because she had a sense of peace and clarity for 2 weeks that she haven't experienced ever in her life. So she contacted me and she's my client right now.
Mm.
So it's not that you just have the session and say, oh, it's like a massage, okay, that's it. No, no, no. The energy will still work with you. And in the case of Reiki, we can specifically, actually, you too can do that, Joseph. You can specifically talk to the higher self of the person. Okay, you can deliver this energy for 7 days. And that's really, really work. I tested in many ways at the time that we set the intention. So that's what happening. Because it's not just because me, Sophia, and Joe, we are powerful. When you put your intention on something, it's also the universe has to say yes. And if it's for the highest good, the universe say yes, the angels, your higher self all say yes, yes, yes. So if you come to me and say, Eleonora, I want some clarity. There is many ways that I can help you. One way is just to cleanse your energy right there. You're already gonna feel better just with that. And depend what you say. That, for example, some people, I'm having a very bad relationship with my daughters, for example. So we do a session to help cleanse the energy with the daughter. And at the moment, I put the intention to send a distant Reiki healing to the daughters at the same time. That's one thing that can be done. Another thing is, some words of clarity will help a lot. When it says that the truth is going to set you free, that's really true. Because we create with our thoughts, but not exactly with the thoughts, with the emotions. So you have a thought and you associate an emotion to it. That association comes from your beliefs, your perception. And that's what changes everything. Because when you change your perception, it doesn't matter when you are very clear what to make you happy and what you want, doesn't matter what is happening in front of you. You're gonna hold to that energy that, no, I know what you want, this doesn't serve me, I'll let it go. So when you change your perception, when you start seeing things from a different point of view, that's when the healing really happens. Because the source of all diseases, the source of all crises is the mind. So a healing that addresses the mind is a healing that will continue and really do a deep and lasting healing. So all of us, we are also channel. At the expo, we will combine the channel with the sessions. Like, for example, when I'm having a session, every words that I speak to you is your higher self telling me to tell you. Sometimes I even kind of think, oh, why does this come from? I don't know if you resonate or not, but I already learned to just believe it's not for me, it's not for me to judge, it's not for me. I just take my ego out of the way and I say, even though it doesn't make any sense for me, usually it makes sense for the person. Even if it doesn't for the person at the moment, we'll do it later. And I think I will open for automatic writing to write a message from your higher self. If you want that, that will be a 40-minute session. And let's talk about our beautiful jewelries. I have this necklace here from the Madeline collection. This is Aura Quartz. That's for clarity, spiritual growth, divine connection. And when I put it, it feels like a blank of energy. It's so comfortable. It feels like, I think it's called a blanket. Yes. It's like you're being protected, you have to try, go there, and then you try. And those, when you put on, it just feels so right. In the beginning, it's kind of cold, and then it's get to the temperature of your energy, and It will be activated for you, specifically for you. And that's something that you're gonna take forever. This one is to activate the third eye. And this is for cleansing and clarity. I think I'm gonna sell this. I like it, but I'm gonna sell. Well, if you get there, and I have another one that I don't know. I don't know if this one is my first favorite or the second favorite, because I love amethyst. Look at this.
That's so nice. I love it. Love it.
Amethyst with a beautiful clear quartz crystal.
Mm.
And they have some necklace and so on, and a little bit of bracelets. But the bracelet specialist is Sophia. Do you have any to show to us, Sophia?
I didn't know we were showing them, but of course I have the ones that I'm wearing. Yeah, so one of them belongs to the Sacred Abundance collection. So they're very special because they are created with like very intentional quartz. I was channeling when I was creating them, and I was guided to make a like a blend of all these crystals. So for example, this one has five different crystals. So that makes it very, very powerful because it has citrine, uh, green aventurine, pyrite, and this one is very interesting. I don't have anything to show it, but it's like a magnet, actually. Well, they get like if you see how they
Yeah,
where is
beautiful.
like yeah, you see they attract to each other. So you see? Oh.
Nice.
So that attracts that helps attract all this abundance and the things that you're calling into your life, right? So that's about that collection. The other one that I'm very proud of is the Love Magnet. This one is made with rose quartz, rhodonite, moonstone, and strawberry quartz. So, and well, they're all different. So some of them are also made with magnetic hematite. So the designs are like different, but like the functions as well, right? So, like I said, there's also like the Third Eye Awakening collection and the Protection, which are made like with triple or seven layers of protection for you because it also has like the Hamsa. I have one with amethyst, but this is very simple. This is like, with the Hamsa and evil eye protection. So they are,
So spiritually, what the hand stands for?
is
What is the meaning?
that's like a full, 2 hours of explanation,
A
but
little summary.
it's just like a symbol of protection.
Okay,
Let's leave it like that because
fair
if
enough.
I can talk about it for hours, but yeah, long story short, protection. But yeah, like each bracelet is made with either 7 layers of like attracting power and or protection, depending on the collection that we're talking about. So they're lovely. Come check them out.
Amazing. And we also, besides the crystal that you're gonna get as a gift, Joe, myself, I don't know if Sophia has any, we have some special crystals. In my case, when I go on places, when I like to go on trips with my family, and they play, oh no, don't let my mom see there is a crystal store right there. Let's cross the street to go to the other side because they think I'll stay too long there or maybe spend all the money. They probably right. It's like
It's a thing, yeah.
it's a so I have some amazing crystals. Most of the ones I buy, I keep it. I'm really terrible. I'm not really good in selling things because I keep it. Anyway, I keep it and I give it away. But I have some for sale over there. If you don't have your one crystal, you can buy one from me or Joe and you activate the crystal. And anyone that you already wearing, you come there and then you have that beautiful bracelet or necklace or even a ring. And then, so what are these crystals for? You can search about the crystal for you. So, oh, that's the power of this crystal. Let's activate it for you with combining the energy of your higher self to manage. That part is very important because, for example, this one is for clarity. And you don't want that to be bombard you 24/7. Because there will be some time there's, okay, I don't want any more download. I don't want to find out about everything today. I just want to relax. So your higher self will be the one that will turn on and turn off the energy. So that's the intention you put. And another one with this one is a special crystal. Amethyst is really my favorite because it's transmuted the energy. It's a transformation, transmuted from negative to positive. And after it's transmuted, give you calm and peace and calm. So I think this is one that's safe for you to wear all the time, especially if it's blessed and activated by us, because you're gonna give permission to your higher self to manage the energy, so you are safe. So, Joe, would you like to tell us something about crystals?
Yeah, so I mean, the crystal that I'll probably talk about is the Palanet. Palanet is a very powerful crystal. Um, it's generally found where there has been a UFO crash site. And I found out about these the first Conscious Life Expo. And it's
Actually, I
called kind
got
of like
one too.
yeah, I think Sophia bought one as well. They're super powerful. Yeah.
Right here. I'm almost for
Yeah. It's the
it.
Ascension crystal. They vibrate at the highest frequency, like even more powerful than moldavite. But yeah, these crystals are actually from another like planet, like 130 light years away. Triton, I think is what it's called. But yeah,
Yes.
these are very powerful Ascension crystals, and they actually assist you while you're ascending through the ascension process. Some people will experience, crying, definitely going through some, you know, symptoms of ascension when they first put them on if they're not quite acclimated, and they'll actually have to take them off. But the further along that you get during the ascension process, the more acclimated your frequency will be able to, vibrate at. So they're very powerful. I remember when I first went and bought this, like I could literally feel the stand that I was going to, like from almost halfway across the room. Like I knew exactly. I'm like, what is that feeling? And it's just like, "Wee." And like it's crazy how cool it was. And so
Just to
I went
clarify,
over
I don't have any of them to sell there, but there is a person that sells. His name is Zach, and I'm not sure if he'll be at this expo. I'm gonna text him and ask. And I already invited him to my podcast, and I'm gonna bring him. I'm not sure yet, maybe next month. And we can use them. I'm using them in my healings. I hold in my hand or get close to me. Sometimes I I put in my client to really to enhance whatever energy you already put it on. This will help you enhance. So for us, it's also like a healing tool. Thank you, Joe. And let me see how many people we have online right now. We have 13. Please ask your questions. I will do our best to answer. And let us know what you'd like to learn more about, what it really means to be a starseed. And let us know which country you are at this moment. Another important part of the expo that we are bringing are knowledge, because expanding your awareness is part. Remember is part of what you are doing here. And I will sell this book here. I don't have many of them because I need to I need to get in contact with them because I'm not getting a good price for it. So that's another thing. I also have the Intuition Bible. It's made by someone that his right and left brain side of the brain is very imbalanced. So he got an intuition and he checked. And he wrote this book in a very interesting way. It's not like, oh, I am reading something that's hoo and there is a spirit here. I have nothing to do. No, he's just explaining how your thoughts really works and why they come to you the way it comes to you, and how you can consciously lead them to manifest what you want in your life. If you want to learn how to enhance your intuition, the Intuition Bible from Happy Ali. Actually, I did interview him. You're gonna find in my YouTube channel if you look for it, that will be there. And I also have a book of Ismael Perez. I won't have many copies yet because I'm still working on get the wholesale, but I have a few there. And this book here, Autobiography of a Yogi, I think there is one version of myself before I read this book and another after I read the book. And one thing that's really caught my attention was not him, but his master. He was going to a temple, like a place in India where it's like spiritual. There was all that commotion there, and it's everything sacred. And there was a beggar on the entrance. And he thought that the beggar was disrespecting the sanctuary. But when he blinked and looked again, Babaji was washing the feet of the beggar. Babaji, okay, he's like the fourth generation of Guru. There is Babaji, there is another one that I cannot tell the name, and there is another one that I can't tell the name either. I know who they are, but I can't tell the name. And then Yogananda. So Babaji, and Babaji was the one washing the feet, and he was like speechless, and then he could read his mind. So he just said, well, God is in everything. And in everyone, even on him. So that was just one of the examples. And if you wanted to learn how to do Akashic Records reading, I recommend this book too. I won't have there for sale. And I'm not gonna take mine because when I take mine, people buy it. So, do you have, let me just see again, our listeners. Do you have any question for us? Leave some love in the chat if you feel like. Leave your like. And I'm really sorry about the Soul Search family. I'm supposed to be live there. I swear that in the past I was able to broadcast via Zoom from my YouTube and Facebook at the same time. For some reason, they or remove a disability or change the sets, and I have to figure it out how to do it again. So, Sophia, what would you like to? Oh, another thing. Everyone that have a session with us will get a water bottle and magnets. Say for me, Sophia, what's the water?
Magnetized water, yeah.
For you to continue your healing. When you go there, we're gonna work all 3 layers: mind, soul, and body. And the water will continue the healing of the body. So we have lots to offer at this expo. I'm I'm very excited to have Sophia and Joe with me this time. I have been doing by myself last year, and then we went to the Conscious Life Expo, and I have a great team with me. Sophia and Joe was there, and they decided to join me on an expo this year. And our plan is to do at least one a month.
Yes, the dream team is very exciting to
Yeah,
be
absolutely.
co-creating these experiences with you all. So yeah.
I
Yes.
appreciate you.
So just to remember, let's do a summary again. What do you have to do this weekend? I'm asking the people that is watching. Are you in the Los Angeles area? Is there anything very, very important that you have to do? Can you take a 2 hours break and go to Buena Park? I guarantee you that it will work. One thing that happened on those expos, for example, when I started my spiritual journey, we started thinking different. You stop relating with those conversations with those negative people that you love, but they bring your energy down every time you talk to them. You don't feel like engaging. And another thing is your vibration rise when you are close to them. Your light, your vibration brings to the surface all their traumas, and they will think, stay close to Joseph, make me feel bad. He is a bad person. I don't know nothing to do. Last year, I lost a lot of friends that was being, I think they were, I don't know why, I just don't feel good close to Eleonora. And they're just drifting away. And I said, what's going on? I know really haven't done anything. So I had just one friend until I went to the Conscious Life Expo last year. And from there, I already made like more than 30 friends, real friends that I can speak, that I can tell all the crazy things that happened to me when I was sleeping in this dimension, any other dimension, spaceship, whatever. They're not gonna think I'm crazy. I'm not gonna tell you guys right now because maybe you're not quite ready yet. So you're gonna find like-minded people there is so many people that comes to me as, oh my goodness. For example, this book here, Suspicious of God. This version is in Spanish, but I have in English. Suspicious of God. It's a story of a guy, he's in the spectrum, that he can communicate with the whales. And then she can, I don't know what happened to me because I went to an ayahuasca thing and then suddenly all my abilities are up and I can heal everyone and I don't know what to do with that. Now the whales are talking to me. She said, she bought the book. The whales are talking to me. You are not crazy. They're really talking to you. So other people come to me and say, this and this happened to me. I cannot tell my husband that. Or my mother, they're not gonna understand. You can tell us. We can help you. Cool. And you're gonna meet so many other people that are going through things that are very similar to what you are going. And then you may ask, why all those crazy things are happening right now? 10 years ago, I was there drinking my Starbucks coffee without any problem. And suddenly, I perceive things. I hear things. I see things. I dream of things that happen. Why is that? Because we are crossing the belt. We are almost like completely there. And the veil is very thin right now. The vibration is rising. And remember that the junk DNA, you use only two strands that were active, that's responsible for your basic survival. With the vibration rising, the other DNAs get activated. And then you find yourself with those amazing abilities. If you don't believe, if you don't even know that they exist, it's very hard. That's why I'm bringing books to help you. That's why I created this YouTube channel, because knowledge is really the key. And you don't need to do that alone. We are here to help. Our services are offered online also. We can help you from any place in the planet. But if you want a personal, in-person experience, that's your chance. March 28th and 29th at Buena Park at the Soul Search Expo. So, Joe, what is your expectations for this expo?
My expectations are just to really meet people, introduce myself, and help individuals seek and feel their higher self or like their higher being, one step at a time. And if it's, being able to make them feel comfortable in their self, in that moment, that's what I'm there for.
Sophia, what are your expectations?
Well, I'm sorry, Ellie, but I'm going to change the word expectation
Okay,
for
I love that.
because
Okay,
I've
what's your
learned
intention?
in my personal experience, when you have expectations, is when is usually coming from the ego, and usually that never ends well, because that's when you have expectations of something and then it doesn't happen, and then your heart gets broken, and so it causes a lot of other issues. So it's different than having intentions, because intentions is from you, and you have take responsibility of what you're bringing to the table. So my intention is to be of service for all these souls that are searching for healing and or guidance, and that hopefully I can provide the things that they are searching for in a loving container for all of them.
Thank you. And my intention is also be at service.
Mm.
And one thing that I realized is there is a difference when you put yourself out there.
Mm.
I went in 6 expo last year and then one this year with Conscious Life Expo. And each one of those expo, I met someone, at least a person that I knew I went there for that person. For many, many reasons. Someone that I supposed to interact, that I supposed to help. And what I realize is I think they are the guys of everyone. Eleonora will be out. She's going to that expo. Let's make her go there. So the magic can happen. And as far as magic, there was 3 amazing, like whole, not three-dimensional things that happened on those expos. The first one that I attended, that I was there doing the work, I did a Reiki session in a homeless. He was there walking with a bag, and he wasn't looking down, he was walking with confidence and looking around. And he passed through me and said, "Would you like a Reiki session? It's free." And said, "Yes." And he didn't hesitate at all. He said, that's interesting, because they're usually very suspicious when someone is nice to them. But that one, he just, "Yes, sure, thank you." And he was really receiving, he closed his eyes and everything. And I noticed that his clothes was not really dirty, was stained, but don't feel really dirty. But I was really focused on the healing because I was offering 5 minutes healing. I did like almost 15 to him because I really wanted to make a difference on him. And then I even gave a crystal to him. And I thought it came to my mind, I don't smell anything. And then I felt the smell kind of far away. So suddenly, when I finished, suddenly I wanted to talk more, but he just was in a hurry to leave. So he left. And then I went back home and I was thinking, that homeless was very different. And I realized that was not a homeless, was either Archangel Michael, Saint Germain, or Jesus. I'm gonna ask Jesus who was him. So I had to ask him. I gave him a crystal because when I do the session, I ask the person to hold the crystal to magnetize the energy on the crystal. And I gave the crystal to him. So I asked him, "So what you did with the crystal?" "Oh, I left to as a gift to Ariel Homelas." That's cool. That's nice. And another story was I was in another expo in Los Angeles, and a lady came. I saw, "Let me do a session for you." And I did a session for her, and said, "Oh, I'm so heartbroken because my husband died, but he doesn't leave me, and he's always with me. I can hear him." But she wasn't afraid. And I told her, "You know what? When that happened, is maybe you guys have something to do to help people." So she said, "Oh, that's interesting. How about let's practice it together." So who would like a message? And then my grandma came into my mind. Okay, give me a message from my grandma. I said, I can't really connect to your grandma, so ask him to connect to my grandma, and then he'll tell you and you tell me. So I asked a question, and then she answered. He telling her, she answered, it was my grandma. And then there was a time that she said, your grandma is saying that she wish she could hug you.
Hmm.
And they said, but she can hug me through you.
Hmm.
And then I got up. She was the same height as me. It's very rare because I'm very short. Our heart touched, and it was so warm. Sounds like 100 degrees.
Hmm.
It's different. I never hugged anyone that had such a warm heart. And then again, she was in a hurry to leave. Just left in a hurry. And then I was thinking, who was that lady? Who was that lady? And I realized only later that she was also homeless, because I really, when I see people, I don't really see the 3D part. I realized only later that she was homeless also. And then I said, oh my God, that was my grandma. My grandma manifested the body to come see me at the
Hmm.
expo.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if you are connected, if you are online, you can have those sorts of experience. It's a magical place. It's a magical place. And just kind of almost 1 hour and a half. Another great, interesting story that happened was there was the same one that I met my grandma. I saw there was a homeless guy. And he came, he spoke to me a little bit and so on. But he was special because he was very, very smart. And even though he would speak things that the people are speaking a way that people usually don't speak, he was very wise and very gentle. And then I thought, this is Archangel Michael. I thought that he had manifested a body just to go to the expo. So he was close to my roof, and so I asked him, there was no one around. I asked him, are you Archangel Michael? His answers is like, he explains of it. Oh, are you talking about the Archangel, the one with God, blah, 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 yeah. You can tell that I am. I walked into this body 3 years ago. I'm still in contact with him. So that's the magical things that happen, that can happen next, but not say they're gonna happen to you if you're ready, and if it's for your highest good or the highest good or whatever is involved, it will happen to you. Just because it's fun, let me just see quick if I have any question here. No questions, that's okay. Sophia, do you have any kind of who out of the extraordinary thing that happened to you that you would like to share?
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, ever since I started my awakening, I think the most magical thing that happens is in the way I really perceive and live my life. Because before I started on this path, I was dealing with severe depression all my life. So I will not appreciate anything about life any day. I will wake up angry, tired, go to work, and so the transformation I've been through is been like the magic for me, if you want to call it, because now I feel happy and connected. And of course, these synchronicities start happening, and I see the messages from my guides. And I do have a lot of stories that at the moment they don't make a lot of sense. But then as I'm deepening my meditation and reflection practices, I see everything clearly, right? And it's just beautiful, like to witness my life, how protected and guided and loved I am. And I've always been. But before, there was this cloud of sadness and negative energy and all the things that were like keeping me from enjoying my life. So the awakening path has been a long path of healing, mostly. That's why I emphasize so much in the Reiki and energy healing, as well as the coaching, right? Because that's part of the mindfulness path, right? Mind, body, and soul. So for the mind, you get the coaching. For the body, you get the Reiki, and for the soul, well, I use a few other things, like I work with plant medicine, and it saved my life, period. But then, like Joe said, there's no magic pills. I still had to do my work, right? But and I realized that, it sounds like, oh, it sounds horrible, healing, scary. It's certainly uncomfortable, but the only way out is through, right? Like, and the way I said it to myself is like, well, you have anything better to do? Like, it is my life, right? And I don't want to be stuck in this sadness and negativity for all my life. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to change things. And I did. And ever since then, I witness magic in my life every day. Like my angels live. One of the things that I love, because they do have a sense of humor, I have to say, and I love them for that. I love them for that. And yeah, I get goosebumps. And they love to leave coins for me. Like once every time I go out, I always find a coin or a feather. And now I know that those are messages for me. And it's like, pay attention to what you're thinking, because there's something there. There's something that I need to explore. And that's also like feeding the curiosity. So I really like what you said earlier, Ellie, for the people watching or listening, that, if you're just a little bit curious about anything that we're talking about here and or coming to the expo, just a little bit curious, follow that curiosity, because that's a hint from your higher self or your guides that there's something for you there, and usually is there. They're never are going to lie to you. So it's on you to take that step. They're going to meet you halfway. You have to listen. They're going to be sending messages, they're going to be guiding you, but you have to take that step. Magic is not going to happen on its own. I mean, it kind of does and it doesn't, but you have to do your part. And if something like coming to the expo is part of you and your part, well, do it and see where it leads you. Worst case scenario, you leave the expo with a lovely piece of jewelry or something that was there waiting for you. But yeah, that's what it was like for me.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I will show our websites a little bit before I ask Joe. You can think about Joe, who moment or how magic's come into your life. This is my beautiful website that right now the translation is supposed to be Portuguese and Spanish also, but the translation is not working at this moment, but it will come back. Reiki and Quantum Healing for the Starseeds. And if you would like to experience my Reiki for free, you are new to it, and it's okay, I just want to see how that works. Go to the Distant Reiki, it's free. But what I want to tell you, you can come here, and here you go. From this page, you can go straight to the Soul Search website, where you can get your ticket for free. If you buy before the expo, it will be free. At the door is $15. That's still only the crystal that we're gonna give you. It's already worth that. So, but if you can get for free, why are you gonna pay? So just come here and register for free. And tonight, I'm doing a workshop to help you connect to your higher self. Your higher self is the part of you that never left source. That's what your higher self is. And you can go and experience. There is a coupon code, Starseed 22. So in the time of checkout, just put Starseed 22 and you're gonna pay only $22. I also gonna show you Sophia's website. Here you're gonna learn more about her journey and her services. Sophia, last week I interviewed you in my podcast, and you give a gift to anyone that sent you a message here from your contact. You would get a 30-minute session from you. Would you
Yes.
like to extend for a little bit
Of
for
course, of
me?
course. I'd love to do that. Just send me a message, contact me through the contact form on the website, Souls Alchemy Healing, and I'll be happy
It's in
to.
the description. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
amazing. And Joe's website is on the making for now, but I will leave I put his email on the description of this live. If you want to connect to Joe, you're welcome to go there. And before I ask, and I just wanted to tell you, I have been exchanging services with Joe, and one of the amazing things that happened to me after the session that I had with him, later on, it was online, and then I had a bath, a warm bath. And when I step out, when I step back into my bedroom, I saw orbs of blue light all over it. And everything that was like straight, like the board of the bed, that was like making that line very bright. And around the ceiling, it was beautiful. I didn't even want to blink to make sure they wouldn't go away, but I blinked a few times and it was still there. And I just looked at the wall and I saw a portal of those orbs. I can't remember if they were going or coming. You know those videos in YouTube where they have those, I think that's AI, but I was seeing with my eyes open, okay? My eyes were open. And I was seeing that. And there was my Arcturian friends that came to visit me after an activation with Joe. So I kind of give you some ooh moment that happened for me using your services. But don't worry, if you are scared of those things, don't think that because you're gonna have a session with Joe, suddenly you're gonna be having those type of experience that you're not ready for. Because your galactic family, your spirit guides and higher self, the last thing they're gonna do for you is cause you fear. So you're gonna have the experience that you are ready for, unless if it's your time of the night, dark night of the soul. But it's always for good. Joe, did you have any aha moment?
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you another kind of experience. I mean, this whole couple years has been like one right after another of really cool experiences. Um, it's been crazy cool. But anyways, so yeah, the universe is only gonna allow you to receive exactly what you're able to receive at that moment, just so you know. So we don't want to scare people from, and everybody at their level is gonna receive, everybody's not at the same type level. And in my opinion, I feel like you're at a super high level of your journey, and so you were able to receive those gifts. But there was a moment, it was a few months back that one of the ladies that I went to Sedona with, she's been on a journey and she has been doing a lot of hard interior work. And I just got this message. I'm like, hey, you should call and see if she needs a session. And so, I did. And she had like a 3-day, 4-day grace period where I was able to, get her in real quick. She said she was actually going to go to St. George and scope out the area and meet new people and move her life from Michigan over there to St. George. And so before that, I was able to give her a session. And during that session, she received so many different downloads. She had like 7 pages of notes. And and then so she went to St. George to go and meet these people, and she had a session with this individual, and sh she was able to actually receive her gift of being able to touch in her client's energy field, and she's able to see the swords that they have in her back, and she's able to pluck those swords out one by one and allow the customer, the client, to feel the relief from all those past traumas and whatnot that were stuck in their back. And so when she came to me with that review of how that went for her, I was just kind of super excited, very grateful, full of gratitude that I'm able to help these individuals receive some of the gifts that they're definitely working really hard for. So
Yes, that's really amazing. And I did have some amazing transformation, but one that impressed me most lately, there is a lady that she had some sexual abuse trauma when she was a child, like 2 years old. And she's the type of people that has the ability to remember things from early age. That's not a good thing for her, but anyway, she did. And I had a session with her. She was 80 years old. And lately, because the energy of the planet is rising and she has been doing so much work on herself, so all those traumas are coming to the surface for her to deal with. And she was almost like 3 months when she was crying every day and she didn't know what to do. She was already meditating, she had all the forgiveness practice and everything. She even was able to forgive the person, but she was still having that sadness on her, that crying. And I say, I will help you. So the first session that I did with her, the next day she told me, Eleonora, I don't know what you did. Something was lifted out of me because I was able to sleep like I haven't slept in months. And sometimes I still think about, it's still come to my mind, but don't give me that sadness that I was having before. I did 2 other sessions with her. The last one, I helped her to connect with her body, with her sexual energy. And I advised her she was keeping secret from her family because she was she was ashamed of. I don't know why. No, they need to know, because that's when you have something bad happen to you and you keep a secret, it's just keep passing on in your lineage. So in order for her to heal completely, she had to let her sisters and nieces know, to really eradicate the whole lineage from that trauma. And that's what she did, and that was amazing. Sophia, do you remember anyone that was, wow, if I have any doubt what I wanted to do and if it's worth what I'm doing, I'm happy.
You mean, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Would you like to share with us any client story, successful story?
Mm. Yes, of course. Yeah, I love when when that happens, right? Like, oh, I slept like a baby, like haven't slept in years. That's one of the very, very common side effects. I have another, okay, so one of my clients, I did a session on him. And when I was doing the session, I got the download that, I mean, I usually find like a lot of energy like in the upper chakras, right? Like that's the most common, like, third eye, depending on what they're dealing with or what they've been through. But there's usually a lot of stagnant energy there. But in this specific session, something kept drawing me to the feet. And there was something like he had been tied on his feet, like somebody did some kind of work on him, but from like like a previous lifetime. And so the how it was presenting in his in his life right now is like he was stuck, like he couldn't move forward, like literally, right? Like there was something stopping him. So I did, like a lot of clearing and the undoing of whatever that work was. And it was amazing. Like a couple of months later, he told me that like everything that he had been working on, that he had been facing a lot of like uh, challenges and a lot of blockages in those projects and in life and things. He just he called me like he just realized like he had that epiphany, like, oh, you know what, that since like literally since a couple of months ago that we had that session, everything has been advancing and moving forward in my life. Things that I haven't been able to, like get going for months. That he had been working so hard on all those things, and after that work, it finally, it unlocked it. So it was so good to hear him so happy and excited about his projects and life, and it was just like that, right? So that
Thank
was
you for sharing.
Thank you.
that's a good one.
And for you that is very skeptic, I don't think that's the word, the correct word, but anyway, you may think, but how that really work? When your soul have some experience from a previous life, that experience, that knowledge is carried on to another life. So because Sophia was able to see and told him about his subconscious, his higher self, his subconscious, okay, that happened in another life. Has nothing to do with this one. This one, you are not limited by that. You can move on. So a key switch, a key turn, just by that. When you acknowledge something, you have the power of transform. That's how it happened. And let me tell just one more story and then maybe we can end. I was in another expo and I saw a beautiful girl coming and she was walking, looking down. She was literally looking down. I offered her a session, she accepted, and I cleared all the energy and so on. And then I talked to her about Starseeds, and we ended up speaking like for an hour. I gave her a copy of my book that I had, this one. And I literally said, you need to straighten your back. I help her straighten her back because the energy wants to move through freely. If you are curved, it wants to move through freely. After 1 hour, I saw her face was completely different. She couldn't stop smiling. The light came back to her eyes. And she walked around, and then before she left, she came back and talked to me again. And she was walking straight like you're supposed to walk. Not that anymore. And I had a contact with her. She sent me an email another day and said, wow, that session that I had to you really transformed my life. And now I'm working on help awaken other starseeds. That's one of the cases that, okay, I think I mean to come here to meet her. And those are just some of the stories. And we are ready to help you no matter where you are. We can take you by the hand from exactly where you are. And you're gonna feel better. But not only that, we're gonna teach you how to continue feeling better, how to use your one energy, the power of your thoughts, your decision to continue your healing. We are just channelers. We channel the energy. We direct to you with the permission of your higher self. Who needs to allow and do the work to heal is you. You can do with us, we can do with anyone else, but you also have the ability to do in your one. Well, you're never in your one because you have a lot of guides, higher self, guardian angel. The team is big on the other side. So let me just see quick, we still don't have any question. We have 20 people listening. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate that. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not. That's your way to help grow this channel. And Joseph, would you like to say a final words?
Yeah. So, to everybody out there that is on the edge of their healing journey, and they look at it in the perspective, this is going to be hard. I just want you to know that, like, there's all kinds of hard things in life, and there's no better time to start than right now. And it only gets easier from here. I mean, it's gonna feel like, up and down, but I'm telling you, through the journey, you're gonna be able to plateau more often than not up here rather than stay down there. And when you do go down there, you won't stay down there, but maybe 24 hours at the most. And that's the most beautiful thing that you could ever experience, because there's been moments in my life when one certain thing happened to me, and it took up like 2 weeks, I mean months of my life at a time just on that one thing. And we're all here to experience life, and these experiences are here to teach us, whether they're good, bad, or whatever you want to put with it. Um, And then once we learn from these and we advance from them, that's when we really start to experience life on life's terms with the power of God.
Thank you, Joe. Well said. Sophia, your final words?
Yeah, so we can, share a lot of experiences that we've had with different clients and or ourselves, but this is the kind of work that you can only experience for yourself, and it's totally worth it. I mean, there's the healing curve is, unknown, and sometimes that is the scary part, but that is the only path of awakening. The way I love to explain it is, me as a student of different philosophies and religious traditions. One of the teachings of the healing Buddha says that healing happens in layers. The first layer is the physical layer, the body. The second layer is the psychological layer, where we find all those emotions, trauma, the nervous system, that all those things. The third layer is the karmic layer. That's where we find patterns, repeating life themes, all these kind of things that are karmic. The fourth layer is the awakening to your truth self. So most systems usually stop at layers 1 and 2, right? Like we go to the doctor, it gives you the pills, and or we go to therapy and it helps you. I mean, it all helps, right? But it stops there. If you stop there, you're only putting like a band-aid to the symptoms of the real root cause of this trauma or whatever is going on in your life. So when you are, again, like when you are curious, it's a symptom that you are ready to go deeper and really start healing the root cause of the trauma. And it's beautiful. It's so liberating. So highly recommended to experience it for yourselves. So when you're ready, you know where to find us.
At the
Thanks,
Soul
Sophia.
Search Expo in Buena Park.
Mhm.
And you know what? I'm gonna give the address. I already give you where to find, but I'll tell you exactly what it is right here. Oops, right now. Let me see. Is 14299 Firestone Boulevard. That's Hilton Hotel.
Holiday Inn.
Yeah,
Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We will be there. And on Saturday at 12 p.m., we're gonna talk about Starseeds, about healing and activating the Starseeds. We're gonna give a crystal to whatever attends. We're gonna give like 60% discount to activate the crystal. Just go to our booth later. And we're gonna pick, there will be like a raffle. You're gonna get a ticket to, so you're gonna choose like 3 people to get a healing from each one of us. Well, each person is gonna have one healing for one of us. And that's it. I really hope if you are in the area, oh, it's Holiday Inn. It's not Hilton, Holiday Inn. Sorry. If you're looking for Holiday Inn, that is not Holiday. Oh, if you're looking for Hilton, it's Holiday Inn in La Mirada. So that has been a pleasure to speak with this beautiful soul. We could speak for like hours without stop to eat. But I really appreciate that you guys are joining me in this journey, that we are doing those expos together. And I can't wait for Saturday.
I'm excited. Thanks, Eleonora.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sophie, and all the
Yeah.
viewers. Thank you so much.
See
And
you
thank
there.
see you there. Thank you that is watching. And if you are in the area, see you soon.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, that was